everybody, it's time for Off the Ledge, and today is Saturday, March 15th. There's a lot of rallies going on today, so I hope you get the opportunity to attend one. Project 50501 is an organization that you might want to join up with, but there are others too. So, I was sort of giggling earlier that I have a series called Off the Ledge, but it's working for me. I hope it's working for you. Reportedly, it is. Take time today to get grounded. Take time today for self-care. I hope that we all recognize together that when we are working on our own vibrational frequency and by taking care of ourselves, we raise our frequency. And if we are slowing ourselves down, we're doing a good deed for the collective. So let's just maintain that all the protests are peaceful, that arrests are not necessary, and arrests aren't made unless it's, the demonic trying to mess with things. Then arrests can be made. But I know that we're coming off this really powerful full moon lunar eclipse, and for a lot of people, even if you don't consider yourself all that sensitive, you do feel it. The moon has a pull on us. The moon pulls the tides, and the moon pulls us. There's a gravitational pull from the moon, just the same way that the tides get pulled. We are 98% water in our body, so just know that it's a lot, and we are learning how to I would say to just sort of monitor our energy. It's very helpful to really learn how to monitor our energy and kind of make sure we're not expending energy when we don't have it. Make sure that we're not pulling ourselves into the abyss of despair and hopelessness. And here's an exercise that you can do today. I think it would be very revealing and extremely helpful. Only read news stories that are optimistic, that point to people rising up. I mean, of all people, Rachel Maddow has been, I've been catching some of her videos from MSNBC, and she's been very encouraging and like proactive in getting people to see there are rallies happening everywhere. And I repeatedly receive guidance, that the people are going to turn this around and get this fascist regime removed sooner rather than later. That's my guidance, and I'm sticking to it. Let's listen to what Kathy Beal, our resident astrologer, who you can find at empowermentunlimited.net, has to say for our astrology forecast for today, Saturday, March 15th. Here we go.
This is Kathy Beal of empowermentunlimited.net with Astro Insight for March 15th, 2025. This is a Red Queen running in place kind of day. Mercury is stationing retrograde. Venus is already retrograde. Neptune's hanging out with the North Node. We're just after an eclipse, and all of this astrobabble means nothing is as it seems. Everything's going to take 15 times longer, and you're going to be really, really busy in the middle of it. Good luck. That's all for now. This is Kathy Beal.
Good luck. I like that. I like that she ended with that. Does feel like that, right? Invoke the divine. Invoke the higher vibrational frequency. And know that sometimes we have to just let energy settle. If we don't do that, we're going to be working against ourselves. So when a lot has happened, yesterday was a heavy-duty news day. It was just one thing after another, which is a fascist tactic to get people so overwhelmed that they literally check out. I mean, a lot of people just, with all this Piscean energy going on right now, a lot of people just like drink too much or something. But, get a handle on it. 15, the Ernest Holmes for today. Hang on while I fix this. Ernest Holmes for today. The reading is entitled Love, and one line from the Holy Scripture that he chose, even though this is not a Christian channel. As God has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. And isn't it funny? I didn't read this ahead of time, but I have love wins behind us. Let's not forget that. And just quickly, I want to let you know that I did see a story, and this is on Rachel Maddow, of people in New Jersey rallying around this family who ICE took away to a detention center. This gentle woman and her husband, they have a family-owned kebab business in New Jersey, and the entire community rallied, and she's been brought back now, and she's back to her restaurant. The love was palpable, and that's what's going to turn this around. Love is the lodestone of life, the great and supreme reality. Love is the highest gift of heaven, the greatest good on earth, and the treasure of all our search. It is the end and aim of everything. We cannot doubt that God is love, because love renews and reinvigorates, while hate kills. People who love animals and understand them are not afraid of them, for love transmits some subtle essence of life to everything it touches, awakening within all things an equal awareness and response. This is true also of human relationships. Love is the greatest healing power there is, and no one feels whole without it. But love is something that need not be confined to only a few persons. That love that we have for the few can be extended to more without losing the love of the few. And what a wonderful experience and realization it would be if we learned to love everyone as we love the few. Right now, our vision is hardly great enough to include this larger good. But when love becomes more complete, it will take in a larger territory, and we will experience a greater degree of livingness. Yes, and so it is. I was reflecting today too. I just want to mention that the oligarchs that are, just feeding the orange buffoon millions and millions of dollars are experiencing an interesting thing. So it's a whole. There's a cosmic humor in all of this. The people that are now boycotting Tesla, and Mark Kelly, a representative in Arizona, just sold his Tesla. He got rid of it. He said he wanted to drive it into the Potomac, just send it into the Potomac. But he didn't do that. I believe he sold it. The people that were environmentally conscious, that would be the ones that would buy, prosperous and environmentally conscious, would be the ones that would have bought Teslas, right? And then Elon went all fascist, and now he can't count on the people that were most likely to buy an EV Tesla. Now he can't count on them because people are just boycotting and getting rid of their Teslas. Same is true for Jeff Bezos, who owns Whole Foods. The clientele, the client base, the customer base that Jeff Bezos relies on for Whole Foods to be successful are the ones most likely to abandon him and to not go to Whole Foods anymore. So do they really think the MAGAs are going to go out and buy Teslas? Do they really think that the MAGAs are going to go to Whole Foods? I think not. First of all, a lot are low income and they can't afford it, and a lot have no interest in the environment, and they have no interest in supporting like Whole Foods. I mean, healthy foods, organic foods, because it's too leftist and it's too woke and all that ridiculousness. So isn't it interesting how their own greed, Bezos and the Musks and the Zuckerbergs, isn't it interesting that their own choice to be malevolent and evil and not caring is going to affect their businesses in a huge way. So continue the boycott of Amazon especially. Don't go to Whole Foods. There are plenty of, we're coming around to farm time now. I know things aren't grown yet, but there are plenty of places you can go to get organic produce if that's what you're into. I'm into that for one. Always have been. And environmentally, like EVs, environmentally sound vehicles, that's, you don't have to buy a Tesla. There are other types of vehicles. that are EV or hybrids. Let's pull some cards. And let's get really clear about what we want to see happen. Let's visualize it many times a day. Let's make sure that we all go and we do the meditations that have been provided for us by my guides, or do your own kind of meditation. But every Thursday night, there's a guided meditation for a healed America. It's right under the lives. Let me say this protection prayer for all the people that are out protesting today. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Okay, so let me pull a few cards, and then we'll go and do what we need to do today. Make sure you're calling your representatives all the time. And I think even on the weekends, you can call and leave a message. With a lot of them, you have to just leave a message anyway. So it doesn't matter that it's the weekend. And call every day. And stay involved, because it's up to us to turn this around, and we are the ones that will turn it around. America is not a fascist nation. America has stood for the polar direct opposite. And all our ancestors that went before us, that gave life and limb and dedicated their lives to democracy, we owe it to them, and we owe it to the future. Because, you know, what this fascist regime has planned is, it's pretty much destruction of the planet. No exaggeration. In more ways than one. Some we don't want to think about. So 3 cards to guide us through the day. If you're a member and you are watching the 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt, today's will go up later today, because I have to go to Salem. We're coming out of laziness. Oh, isn't this so interesting? Because I shuffle these cards. You probably notice I am shuffling. We're coming out of our laziness. There are still a lot of people that are still not, you know, getting the message, but they will soon enough. I got these yesterday or last night. Nothingness, ripeness. So this is about being ready. We're going from laziness to ripeness, and we're ready to create our reality the way that we want to see it. It's interesting that I get the nothingness card frequently lately, because that's really a message. It's up to us to create it. Feel it, know it, visualize it, be committed to it. Be committed to that vision. That means whenever you have a despairing thought, or, you know, that cynicism and like, oh yeah, we never get what we want when we ask for it, just let it go. Just let it go. Let this be a new beginning. All right, so I will see you tomorrow's Church of Spirituality. That's every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And once again, if you are a member and you're watching 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt, make sure you catch up. I think today's day 11. Day 11 or day 12. I have to look. And it's 40 days. So watch those, and today's will be posted tonight. All right, have a great day. Love yourself. Namaste.